Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Diana, and as you may or may not know, this is a channel where we try to challenge ourselves in these 7 key areas of our lives and we talk all things self-improvement. I recently started therapy, and in this video, I just wanted to talk about why I did it and why I think you should too. So the reason why I challenge myself, we challenge ourselves in these 7 key areas of our lives is so that we can become more elevated versions of ourselves. I've consumed a lot of leveling up content over the last year or so. Becoming a more elevated version of yourself basically is investing in yourself, and that could be investing in a new wardrobe, investing in your fitness, in your health. It could be new career goals, really anything that you think is really important to you that you want to improve. But one thing that I think that underpins all of that but is actually very easily ignored quite often is our emotional development and investing in that. Personally, quite early on in my life, one of my biggest insecurities was always my heart. I've always been acutely aware of the fact that it's not enough to look good on the outside if you have no real substance to back it up. So over the years, as well as like trying to glow up, I've also tried to develop emotionally just from like the critique that I get from the people around me, but mainly trying to grow spiritually. Growing spiritually was all done in the name of finding my worth, my purpose, my reason for being in my faith and God, and not external factors. I'm gonna be honest, and feel free to do the same. This is a safe space. I have done and experienced plenty of things that were reflective of placing my value on external things. Validation from people, achievements, material things, hobbies, you name it. I'm a Christian and I believe that my worth is in God, but living that truth means accepting the love that He has for me. But sometimes we don't even know how to accept that love because we have such a twisted view of what love is, which brings me neatly onto therapy. Therapy never seriously crossed my mind. One, because it's one of the more expensive solutions to dealing with emotional baggage, but also just because it felt like it was for a select group of people, like you really have to have problems to go to therapy. But through the leveling up content that I've been taking in over the last year and seeing people really just use it as a tool, a really powerful tool at that, to develop themselves, has really changed my outlook on it. That didn't mean I could just like ignore the financial aspect of it because honey, some of these services are expensive. It just meant that I weighed it up and I was like, what's more important to me right now and what am I willing to invest in? There are so many different therapy/counseling services out there. And on that note, I did come across a self-therapy app, which I'm gonna put right here for you guys, and it's free. I will actually look into it a little bit more and do a review for you guys if you're interested. Just let me know in the comment section below if you'd like me to do a dedicated video to reviewing that app. I personally went on Bark and just looked up therapists near me. At the moment, everything's virtual anyway, but obviously once outside opens again and I actually have to pop down to their office, I want that to be easily accessible. But other than that, I was mainly concerned about them being regularly available, affordable, and Christian. I had my first session in March, but that was after making initial contact back in October. So I definitely took my time with it, probably a little bit too long because I was a little bit apprehensive. But if I was considering going down the same route, if I were you, I would consider taking my time, obviously nowhere near as long, just because you really have to make sure that this person is the right fit for you. With all that in mind, why do I think you should get a therapist? I came across a really good analogy for this, which I think will be really good for illustrating my points. Think about physical fitness. There's lots of different ways to get fit. You can do yoga, you can go to the gym, you can go for runs on the weekend. But do we all need personal trainers? No. There's two extremes. You may have suffered an injury and you need support and specific tools to get you back to peak physical fitness. You need help avoiding particular exercises that will actually worsen the injury. And in that case, get a trainer. And then there's the other extreme, which is people that never work out, don't have any injuries, don't have a problem, and they're fine. But most people fall in the middle. You could get a trainer, but it's not a necessity. The thing is though, it could potentially be life-changing and extremely helpful, and here's why. First off, it wouldn't be my channel if I didn't talk about accountability. One of the most effective ways to achieve anything in life is if you have to report to somebody about it and suffer the consequences if you don't. Whether that's because you have to explain yourself to the trainer or listen to a lecture about something or even suffer financial loss because of cancellation fees, you are way more likely to turn up for your fitness. I would know because I had to cancel a session and I got charged anyway. Even though it was because I wasn't feeling well, best believe the next time I have a migraine, I am sitting through a therapy session on a drip if I have to. Another benefit is getting professional knowledge catered to you. Yes, you can sit and learn absolutely everything that you need to know about maximizing on your muscle growth and what works for you. But your personal trainer has already done that, and they're probably going to be able to spot a lot of the little mistakes or the bad habits that you have a lot quicker than you can. I get that the other way works too, and you can even become the master of your own body, but I do think that humans are creatures of habit and we stick to exercises that we're comfortable with or the things that we like doing. And with a personal trainer, you're going to be exposed to new ideas. You might even challenge yourself more than you thought that you needed to just because you have that outside input. And in general, you're going to see things from a different perspective. A lot of us aren't even aware of the damaging thought processes that we've developed. And even when it comes to improving, we might be ignorant to some of the bad behaviors that we have that are affecting our overall mental health. And even though that's not the focus today, it could also be affecting the people around us. The third and final point is why not? As I said, a lot of us fall into the category where we don't really need one, but we really could massively benefit from it. And if you're going to invest in something, why not let it be your mental health, your emotional development? It's that typical thing where even if it's once a month, think about all of the random things that you probably don't even care about that you spend money on across the month that equate to that one session. And it doesn't always have to be about picking yourself up from the pits or taking yourself from a really dark place. There are a million different benefits on your leveling up journey. Building meaningful confidence in social situations, being a better parent to your children, healing. Ladies, it's about learning to choose yourself and not becoming a pick-me girl. And on that note, how much content is flooded towards us these days about being hard to get? You know, not replying too quickly to messages, being mysterious, being alluring. But are we actually hard to get, or are we desperate for attention because we don't know our worth and we're willing to accept this attention from the first person or thing that provides it? Therapy is not a quick fix. It's doing the slow and painful work that will actually help us understand our worth and therefore actually become hard to get. So the point is, trainer, therapist. All those examples that I gave, think of that as a therapist instead. I think I ended up using the phrases interchangeably, but you get the point. Anyway, that's all the thoughts that I had to share with you guys on therapy. I hope that you enjoyed that and that I gave you something to think about. I'll be seeing you guys in a new video next week, but until then, feel free to check out some of my other content. But whatever it is that you're doing or not doing, enjoy yourself, make the most of it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.